Say hey, Yellow Jacket football fans, welcome to the Coach Hal Lamb Show. And Coach, first round of the playoffs, and congratulations on a 43-14 victory. Your team took care of business early, often, and dominated that game.
Yeah, I thought we played well the first half. I really wasn't pleased with the second half, but we'll get into that a little later. But first half, I thought we were ready to play. The kids were focused. Even though we had a short week of practice, I thought our kids really focused during practice, and you know, we were well prepared, and I thought we took care of business early.
I told a couple people talking with them on the call-in show on Scoreboard Plus after the game that I think we could have played Tuesday evening and been just as dominant. This team was ready mentally to play. I am very impressed with the mental outlook of this team.
Yeah, you know, we talked about changing gears when we get in the playoffs. It's got to be a little different attitude, and our kids have bought into that, and I think they're ready to go.
I think they have a 5-speed transmission there in first gear last night. I'm looking forward to see what second, third, fourth, and fifth gear look like. They played well.
Yeah, our seniors have done a good job leading this football team, and you know, that's what we talk about all the time. You know, the seniors, you know, at any point in time, it could be their last game, and obviously they want to keep playing and want to win the championship. And we got a long way to go to get there, but our kids are playing well, and you know, we'll just see what happens the next round. Hopefully, we'll be ready.
I like how we took the car out for the drive around the block for the first block. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you're 11-0 on the season, 15th consecutive season in the playoffs, the eighth undefeated regular season. Your 14th consecutive season, double-digit victories, as I said, 11-0. This Mike Davis's pound and shoot offense is averaging 46 4/10 points per game. Coach George Hobazel, Coach Hobb, the Elders, black shirt defense, giving up 8 points a game. You're doing a lot of things right now.
Yes, we are, and you know, that's a good thing about our coach. Our coaching staff is very competitive, especially for the elder Hobb. He got so mad last night when they put up them 2 touchdowns on us late. That's because he's such a competitor and he loves to win. And you know, we got kids like that. We got kids that do not like to lose, and hopefully we can continue this run.
They like to win, but he likes to do it the right way, and
yes,
the right way is shutouts. He was looking for that turkey, that 3-in-a-row shutout.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, just unbelievable. That was your 21st consecutive playoff victory at home. It was your 54th consecutive playoff and regular season victory at home. Yellow Jackets are doing really, really well. Jaira Wilson, did he and Tristan Fuller and Landon Rice, but particularly Jaira, set the tone defensively?
Well, Jaira's our leader. You know,
yes.
He's just a junior, which is good for us. But he's our leader. He's our emotional leader. He's top notch from character to leadership to ability. He's a special person and a special player.
I think that's why Coach Layson has him playing point guard on the basketball team.
Probably so.
Probably so. Thomas Lester continues to catch passes at that 22 to 23 yard clip. That's what his average yardage is per reception. Another touchdown reception last night. Valen Spector has 3 receptions for the year. All 3 of them touchdowns.
Yeah, Valen continues. You know, he's one of those guys that doesn't get to work a whole lot of wide receiver because he's a backup quarterback and a starting corner. But when he's in there, he does a good job. And then Thomas, you know, he's so valuable to us on defense. You know, we don't play him the entire time on offense, but we're going to have to start finding ways to get him the ball.
He gets open quick.
Yes,
he's fast. I like how some newspapers brag about guys at other teams throughout the area, you know, Southeast Tennessee, Northwest Georgia, about their running backs with touches and how many scores they had. Cole Jackson touched the ball 5 times last night, 102 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns.
That's
on
what
5 touches.
That's what I like about our offense. You know, they're not in the stat game. You know, Kalen, you know, if we wanted him to, he could probably lead the state in throwing and rushing. But it's about winning with these guys. And Cole and Aliko and Bryson Bushon is the same way. It's all about winning. They're not stat guys, which is very important to the success of our team.
How happy was Bryson to be back on the field last night? Because I saw him before the game, and he was ready.
Well, Bryson, we were going to see him get some contact last night because he hadn't had any contact in practice, so we were a little worried about that, but I thought he handled it very well.
He handled it really well, and as you said, with Jaira being the leader of this team, talked to Jaira right before the game as they did their walkthrough, and the brow was furrowed, the eyes were set, and he's ready to go, and the whole team played that way.
Yes, they did. Even though we were playing Rockmart, and really, you know, our kids are not, you know, they're very smart. They knew what Rockmart's record was. They'd only won 3 games, and they knew if they come out of the gates fast, it wasn't going to be much of a game, and that's what we did.
Came out of the gates real fast, even though Rockmart kept their starters in and played in the entire second half, and we had a running clock. Didn't have a running clock until the fourth quarter with a team that was supposedly very sick and ill, according to the head coach, but we'll get into that later. You still held this team total offense to less than 74 yards.
Well, I got a text last night from Coach Hobb. Our defense grades the film after the game, and he told me that minus the 55-yard run late, they had minus 4 yards total offense. So, you know, I'd say that's pretty good defense.
I'd say that's real good. We're going to take a look at a real good first-round playoff victory. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show. Welcome back, Yellow Jacket football fans, to the Coach Hal Lamb Show. And, Coach, it was wintry conditions last night. It was 38 degrees at 5:48 with a steady wind. Wind kind of died down, and then you and I were talking before we went on the air. Wind came back.
Yeah, it was cold. That's all I know. It was cold, and it was cold all day. And, you know, the good thing about it is the kids knew it and the fans knew it, so they knew to dress warm.
Yeah, I saw lots of heaters. Captains for tonight's game for the Yellow Jackets are?
We got Truett Moss, Spencer Cross, Tristan Fuller, and Austin Bennett.
Your warning about being able to pick up the numbers from the press box were quite accurate. I wish I could have seen the numbers this well as I'm looking at the TV screen. Nice run-through banner by the cheerleaders. The work is worth it. I had it written down somewhere, Coach. Help me out.
Well, I can't remember.
Okay. But anyway, it was a real good, yeah, the work is worth it. That's it. It was a good one. A little different kickers for tonight's game.
Yeah, Darwin's got some back issues, so we're kind of alternating kickers, and they're all about the same, to be honest with you, and we're just trying to get as many kicks in as we can with those young kids.
Well, when you score as many touchdowns as you score, you're going to get a lot of kicks in. They returned the ball out to the 25-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, and this opening drive was decent for them.
Yeah, it was. They really didn't do anything different. You know, they did a little no huddle that I think might have been new, but you know, nothing. You know, they usually at 2 back, but they used a lot of 3 back here, which was a little bit different. And they get out on us right here, and that's about the only time you're going to see them get out on us. And of course, when I say get out, that's probably a 10-yard gain. That
was a 10-yard gain. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and right now we start slowing the ball down. They're going to get to our 46.5-yard line, and then their offense goes in reverse because of the black shirt defense. They run a lot of this power right at the point of attack, trying to overpower you. The 2 guys on the left side are pretty good sized guys. The left guard and left tackle just don't move that well.
I tell you, the running backs are good looking kids too. They both are about 210, 215 pounds, and they're both seniors, and I thought they were really good running backs.
They really do pass the eye test. You saw a sideline warning, the first of 3 given early in this game, and the officials seem to be really concerned about both teams getting too close to the white box that borders the sideline. I thought this is a pick that's going to come back. Tristan read it really, really well, but they said we had a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Yeah, I saw that on camera or video yesterday. I didn't think that was a very good call.
No.
But you got to live with it.
Yeah, you live with it. This is going to extend the drive. It's going to be a first down after the personal foul, helmet-to-helmet on the quarterback. And I think the officials had to get warmed up also. All right, so they're at our 46.5-yard line, and this is where it's going to stop for the Rockmart offense. They get to our 45.5, and then it's just put it in reverse, folks, because the black shirts are taking over. Holy cow.
A lot of gold hats around that ball. I think we're running to the ball well, which was what we've emphasized the last couple of weeks.
It's going to be tough handing out solo hits and all the assist, Coach, on the tackles. Quarterback scrambles the left-hand side, and he's got no place to go. And just like that, they're back in their own territory at the 49-yard line.
We forced them to punt the football, and their punting was an adventure.
Yes, it was.
And then later in the game, he hits one about 70 yards.
Well, yeah, he got a real good one later in the game. But yeah, this was a nightmare. This is an 11-yard punt, I believe. Or no, 21-yard punt. The 11-yarder is coming up on the next series.
They were kicking into the wind, which was very difficult.
I thought Kalen did a great job with his voice inflection, with his cadence.
Well, I think we could have got him to jump off sides every snap if we wanted to be honest with you.
Nice play to the right. We're lining up with a tight end.
I thought this was a good job by Kalen. His first option wasn't open, went to a second option. A good throw, good catch to Chaz Moss.
Deep down and out to Chaz Moss. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. We're in Rockmart territory. And, Coach, we're trading a tight end.
Yeah, we talked about that. They didn't really make an adjustment, and then this is what happens.
Look at the hole on the right-hand side. Robbie's Raiders with Landon Rice anchoring on the right-hand side. That's Drew on the right-hand side, as well as Austin Stout, and it just blasting big holes there.
And they brought a free safety blitz there from the middle of the field, and our offensive line picked it up very well.
Well, they didn't adjust to trading a tight end at all. No. Didn't bring anybody down.
They brought a lot of blitz at us. They were coming from everywhere.
Yes, he did. Alex Flores with the extra point out of the snap by Drew McCracken, and the hold by Thomas Lester. And you see Cole Jackson on the rerun there. A big touchdown run of 47 yards.
This is Gabriel Garcia kicking off now. He's a junior.
Yeah, you just gave him righty, lefty, righty, didn't you?
And Gabriel this is his first time playing football, and he's been a pleasant surprise.
He does a good job kicking off.
Mm-hmm. They try to run the stretch on us there, and not much there. I think they get about 3 or 4.
Yes, they did. They line up in the same formation, shotgun with running backs either side, and then they're going to take this wing back and rotate him from side to side. Now he's split between the guard and the tackle. They're just going to try to hit that, overpower that hole, but guess what? We're going to overpower the hole.
That's good defense.
Landon Rice knocking defensive players around the field there. They look like bowling pins bouncing off the alley. Pretty much the same formation. Here comes Colby Reynolds. And oh my golly, from the weak side, look at that.
Who was that? Was that Austin Bennett on the backside? Couldn't tell.
Yeah, Tristan Fuller came in with the assist, and I couldn't tell the initial hit.
So we're forcing to punt the football again.
And this is going to be the short punt.
We try to block this one and almost got it.
Coach, I'm impressed that we didn't run over the punter.
Yeah, we talked about that all week. We felt like we could block a punt, and but the last thing we want to do is run into the kickers, and I thought our kids avoided that very well.
4:54 left in the first quarter. After the 11-yard punt, Kalen fakes, pulls it, and goes to the left-hand side, gets inside the 30. That's a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4 to the 28. Little bubble screen out here on the left-hand side. Mr. Brown tight roping down the sideline. His Tootsie stepped out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 Jackets.
Good execution there by our offense. And then I think the whole defense jumped off sides.
They did this a couple times. I mean, they sent blitzing DBs or linebackers from the outside, and they still jumped off sides. Yeah. Good defensive coverage by the DB there, trying to find Chaz Moss on a skinny post or a slant. I thought that was a good job by Kalen.
We had a touchdown there. I couldn't tell exactly what happened, but that was a good call by Coach Davis on the screen.
We tackled our own ball carrier. Blocked him to the ground. Cole breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and keeps going downfield. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Jackets at the 7-yard line. Give it to Cole.
No, we run Kalen that time.
I'm sorry.
I thought they played that pretty good. You know, they probably got 7 in the box, so we're trying to run into a brick wall there.
With 5 blockers.
Yes.
Yeah. But Robbie's Raiders did a good job of doing that all night. Looking for the was that Ethan?
Yeah, I had a little miscommunication there. I have to go back and look at that and see what the issue was. So we try to get them to jump off sides again, and they do, and then we get our sumo team out.
We're going to have 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. And I'll tell you what, I'd love to run behind Dustin Harris.
Yeah. Well, you got McIntyre, Stout, and Rice up front, and that's the best we got. And then you got Harris, and you got Jair Wilson, and I don't want to take that on at any point.
No, and that's pretty much an untouched touchdown. That is the 12th rushing touchdown for Cole Jackson, one of his easier 3-yard carries. Drew McCracken snapping, Thomas Lester holding, in orange shoes. Alex Flores doing the kicking. Those are bright shoes, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
You don't lose him on the field.
No, we do not.
14-0, as you can see, with 2:53 left. And I think it was at this point in time I said, you can put this game in a book. It's over. Juan Palmer, in the left-footed soccer-style kicker, bangs it down. Perfect kick.
Good job by Juan there. He's the only negative to Juan is height on the kick and field goals and all. He's working on that, trying to get the ball a little bit higher, but he's got a strong leg.
Oh, he's a line drive kicker.
Yep, good play by Landon Rice there. From here on out, the first half, I don't think they do much offensively.
No, they don't do anything offensively. All they do is put it in reverse. I mean,
backside, that's Landon Rice and Jair, I think, or Bennett.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we know what play they're running, and here, by the way, offensive line, step aside, we want to tackle your ball carrier. We're just overpowering them. Quarterback steps up, and he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think the quarterback was a little shell-shocked.
He's gun shy right now. That was Jair with that sack. They line up to punt, get a good snap, and we're coming in after it. I think that was Jair diving for that one.
Good effort there. We tried to block that one again.
19-yard punt. 47 seconds left in the first quarter. We take over at their 31. 1st and 10. Oliko's into the game now. We faked to him going to the left. Kalen goes right.
Sometimes they get us, and they stun it right into that play, and they got us on that one.
2 receivers right to the short side, 2 up top to the wide side. Oliko at running back. Fake to Oliko. Little tunnel screen out here to Chaz. He does a good job of getting upfield quick. And look at the blocking out front, Coach.
Good job on the screen. Get about 8 or 9. Makes it 3rd and 1.
Flip the field. Second quarter begins. If I'm not mistaken, is it 3rd down or 2nd down?
I think it's 3rd. This is where we try to take a shot, knowing that we were going to go for it on 4th down.
Exactly. Yeah.
Chaz has got to give it. He's got to get a split in a little bit. He's got to give himself some more room to work. So it's 4th and 1.
Exactly.
We run a little quarterback keep there, and Kalen gets the 1st down.
With plenty of room to spare. Tight end to the right, that's 44. Thor, trading to the left-hand side. They don't adjust to it much. They did bring a linebacker that time. And just Oliko fakes out everybody, bounces it to the outside on a play designed over left tackle. The call at the 8-yard line wasn't a good one, but the one back here I thought was decent.
Well, they called it on Jack. I was watching Jack right there. I didn't think Jack held. Now it could have been on somebody else. They called a block in the back on Carson Brown and a hold on Jack.
And they're going to take the deeper penalty, one closer to the midfield stripe. This is going to back us up, which makes it 1st down from the 30-yard line. We freeze them at the line of scrimmage. They jump off sides. So let's make it 1st down from the 25. Doesn't really make any difference right now, does it? Here they come with a blitz.
Good execution right here on the corner route by Kalen and Thomas. Great route by Thomas. Good protection.
And that is Kalen's 17th touchdown pass of the season. The 4th touchdown reception for Thomas Lester. He keeps his 20-plus average per catch intact, as that was a 25-yard touchdown. When you watch that play, they didn't cover our outside guy, and Thomas Lester gets the touchdown pass, and he gets a reception and throws a conversion.
That's a good job by Thomas and Austin recognizing that, I think I'm not going to cover us. We're going to take a free point.
When you watch Thomas run his route, he got into his route and opened so quick after the fake. It was amazing.
Yeah, Thomas is a very good route runner. He's a very good football player, and I'm telling you, he has one offer, but there's some schools missing the boat on this kid.
They run a screen to the left-hand side, and that's not going anywhere because Tristan Fuller is all over it, read it perfectly.
Good job by Tristan. We're glad to have Tristan back 100%. He got banged up there in the middle of the season, but he's back full go now.
Yes, he's healthy. Give to the running back going from right to left, and this kid is a good-looking running back.
Yes.
He's solid 210.
Number five is the better running back.
Yes.
And he's been banged up. And Coach finally told me he got healthy this week or last week. So, and number 10 is a good back too. They're both about 210.
We're going to scoop and score. Austin Bennett sees that ball laying on the ground, and from 28 yards out, he gets his scoop and score and 6 points. That is Austin's second touchdown. First one off a fumble recovery, the other one off an interception for 6.
That's good. Good explosion there, picking that ball up on the run and scoring.
Yeah, how many different positions could number 5, Bam Bam, play?
He could play a lot.
Yes, he could. And very good football intelligence, which this team is blessed with a lot of guys like that.
Yes, we are.
Drew McCracken snapping, Thomas Lester holding, and Alex Flores kicks it to the roof of the concession stand. And we lead big time. Yeah, it's nice when you get those scoop and scores. And you're right, Austin picked that ball up, and he was top speed
gone.
quick.
You really couldn't see it from our sideline. You saw somebody trying to scoop it, but then you find out Austin scooped it and scored in a hurry.
We got the left-footed sidewinder in, Juan Palmerin, from near hash in front of our bench, 10 yards away. He's going to put the toe to the leather once the official says he can play. We got it now. Toe meets leather. He kicks it right down the hash. They drop it. They pick it up at the 12, and up the field they come, and they're not going to get very far, Coach.
Good coverage by our kickoff team. We got some kids on there that like to hit and they like to run. I thought they did a good job all night.
Another low snap. Quarterback drops it, and he's going to be swallowed up.
Yeah, the quarterback's kind of struggling. I think the center's kind of struggling too.
I think the Huntsman's got the center scared, and the quarterback's scared of everybody that's coming after him. And then Colby Reynolds, your free safety's up on the line of scrimmage playing like a lineman.
on the backside. Good job by Jira.
Did Jira have 5-6 tackles for losses and sacks?
I'll have to check the defensive stat sheet, but he did play well.
Quarterback fakes a run to the left-hand side, and Will Conley breathing down his neck.
Good hit by Balin Spector out there at corner.
Yeah, just in case the receiver thought about hanging on to it.
Is this the fake punt?
Yes, it is.
We were in punt safe too.
Good call.
Yeah.
They throw a pass out here on the left-hand side. It gains 3 yards up to the 24. We're going to take over. You know, and on the radio, I don't criticize the coach. You're 3-7. Why not?
Yeah.
I got criticism for him on the
He
third
was hoping
quarter.
we were being in a block situation.
Well, he'd seen us try to block every punt. So it was just a gamble.
Yeah, that's why you got to mix it up. You can't just be one-dimensional when you're doing a punt return or a punt block. You got to mix it up a lot.
You outfoxed him. You outsmarted him. Hand off to the running back going over the left-hand side. Pretty good job by their defensive front. As you said, they send a lot of blitzers on almost every play. Almost jumped off sides again. They're trying to confuse our blocking
Yes,
scheme.
they are. They are coming from everywhere.
Coach Robinson has to be happy with the way Robbie's Raiders played.
Yep. You know, it was a difficult week as far as preparing for them because we really didn't have any good spread film on them. And so we only had about 25 plays of spread film on them, so we didn't know exactly what they were going to do. Here, you know, we just got to make sure Kalen tucks the ball.
Yeah,
I think he was down. I couldn't really tell.
It was close.
It was close, and I thought the referees talked about it. And
well, they dropped 8 on that previous play instead of blitzing, which we're going to see in the playoffs. That pass goes incomplete. They call illegal procedure against us. I wish they'd have let us run that play, because if we'd have been able to get that pass off, there was an alley.
yeah, I can't remember who they called that on.
Wide receiver up top jumped.
That's a good pass pro by Alico. Good throw, good catch.
How did Balin get this ball?
I don't know. I got blocked from the sideline.
I'm in the booth, and I'm thinking the DB's going to knock it down. Next thing I know, Balin has taken it out of his hands and goes in and
I saw
scores.
the route as it was going. It wasn't a great route by Balin, but it was good enough. And good throw by Kalen.
I think Balin just wanted the ball more than the DB. That's a touchdown, folks. Good job by Balin Spector. That is his 3rd reception of the year, his 3rd touchdown. That is the 18th touchdown pass for Kalen Riley, and Alex Flores keeps booming him through the uprights. He's going to be perfect for the night. I think he went 6 for 6 on extra points. Let's have Gabriel kick off. Toe meets leather as he booms it down the field. Pick it up
we're kicking into the wind that way,
Yes.
and you know we talk to our kickers all the time about when we're kicking into the wind, we need to get it as high as possible because that makes it more difficult for them to catch.
Not as bad as LFO, but a nice breeze.
Yeah.
The wind did knock the ball down, and folks, it's just backwards, backwards, backwards goes the offense. I mean, we're just all over them like whatever saying you want to come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting on that one.
It was a family show. You never know who's going to be offended. Oh, here comes the blitz from the outside.
Is that Thomas?
Yes.
Good job by Thomas Lester on the quarterback sack.
Yeah. See how quick he is? Tell you what, I'm going to have to start writing letters to some of these college coaches I know.
This is really the only one they get, well, the second one they get out. But, you know, it's 3rd and 25, I think.
It's the first one since the first series.
Yeah.
I think Reagan had him for like 5 or 10 yards of offense in the first half.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just unbelievable. He got a good punt here with a nice roll. Got it all the way down to the 35-yard line. And
It's very difficult on the punt returner when the punter is so inconsistent. You really don't know where it's going.
this is the one I'm talking about where he's blitzing from the outside from 6 yards away and he's offsides. Nice job by Kalen. Let's make it 1st and 5 from our 40. 3 receivers up top to the wide side. Here they come with the blitz. They run by the ball carrier.
This was a good run by Cole.
Oh, yeah, he just shucked the tackler off him. Then he's off to the races. He's into their territory and inside the 20 all the way to the 18. Yeah, nice run.
Now, really, if we could have got the guy to jump off sides again there because they came with the same blitz.
Yeah.
Throw the screen out here to, who's that, Chaz?
Now I got to get caught up where we are on the play clock there.
Should have been Chaz.
Yeah. All right, we're going to send another touchdown. This one by
Good job by
Lico.
Lico. Good blocking up front.
line up in our tight extra point formation. And then they run the same extra point formation we do.
Yeah.
The same
Very
one.
similar. Very similar.
Yeah.
They have an extra guy over the ball. They have a center, a holder, and a kicker. We only have a holder and a kicker, but it's very similar.
Alex with the extra point. We're up 43-0, 2:28 left in the first half. Yeah, that previous play that you mentioned about was to Chaz Moss.
If I had known the second half was going to go like it did, I probably would have tried to score another one here right before half.
Well, you know, I was going to ask you about that at halftime because we're going to get another defensive stop. And look at the coverage. It's as good as a touchback.
Yes, it is. Good job by our kickoff team.
They're going to start from the 20-yard line with 2:22 left. If we'd have known the third quarter was going to play out the way it was, you might have started calling timeouts here.
I would have. You know, I'm thinking, okay, it's about 25 degrees, and surely he's going to just, choose a running clock in the third quarter.
With what he told us before the game.
Yeah, and we're just going to take a knee and make it 43 and 43 nothing at halftime, and the second half was going to go by quick. Well, little did I know.
Yes. They send the running back out to the left-hand side, and he's got no place to go. It's going to bring up third down from the 23-yard line. Same formation, shotgun, running backs either side. You're going to see him go double tights in the second half a lot.
That was almost a pick. Good job by Thomas.
Thomas, boy, he really baited him. He waited and waited, and then when the quarterback released the ball, he almost had it. This is the longest punt of the night. It turns out to be a 48-yarder. He actually kicked it over our head.
Yes, he did.
They down it at our 29-yard line, and 40 seconds left in the first half, and we're going to run victory plays because we're thinking 43 points with as many people as he said that he had sick. He has 72 on the roster. I think he only brought about 50. He left a lot of people home, and we're just thinking, well, this game's over. We're going to have a running clock. So
Yes.
you go into halftime to do two things: get players ready and to warm up.
Yeah, warm up and talk about special teams and who was playing the second half. And if I had known, we might could have gone down and got a field goal there. But You know, we're definitely where we want to be at halftime, and you know, we come out the second half and play our 2s and 3s a lot, and then get our JV in there some.
Well, you got the JV kickoff team out there immediately, didn't you?
Yes. All our special teams were JV kids.
Yeah, and we played young guys. I mean, you probably went 60 or 70 deep on the roster, didn't you?
Yes, easy.
Easy. All right. Sit back and relax, get in that Barca Lounger and take care and stay warm. You're going to see the Pride of Georgia's Northland Band, 272 strong, the best doggone band in the land, led by director Michael Clark and assisted by Larry Brown, and led on the field by drum major, field director Sarah Green. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show.
Presenting the Calhoun High School Marching Yellow Jackets under the field direction of Miss Sarah Green. Tonight the band will perform Light 'em Up, Brick House, Hey Pachuco, and Let It Be with soloists Miss Anna Umano, Dallas Sims, Garrison Baker, Bradley Weaver, Taylor Strickland, John Ledbetter, Drew Rowell, James Doan, and Miss Unique Sardinetta. Ladies and gentlemen, the Calhoun High School Marching Yellow Jackets.
Welcome back to the Coach Hal Lamb Show, and we come out of halftime. Everybody's warming back up. You're going to get a lot of young guys in the game, and I just want to reiterate, you had to be happy with the way the first string played.
Yeah, definitely. I thought our kids were ready to go, and they definitely took care of business first half.
Yeah, and the wind, it's cold. You're going to get a lot of young guys in. I thought you came out just a little bit earlier from halftime to get the guys warmed up.
Yeah, you know, with it being as cold as it was, I thought especially our young kids that had been standing on the sideline the whole first half, they need to get a little bit warmed up.
So we are going to receive the kickoff. Rockmart won the opening game toss. They chose to receive, so they kick off to us. And we're going to have our JV special team on the field, and I didn't know if this guy was a left-footed or right-footed kicker, but he gets it down to the 21, and up the field we come.
That's James Prater there. I wasn't real happy at this point because I just found out that we weren't going to have a running clock.
Yes, yeah.
So we got our twos in there, and twos and threes. Good run by Bryson Bushon. You got Balin Spector at quarterback. You got Grayson Tilley. You got Matthew Mullinax at center. And there goes Lightning.
The Scud missile. He was so happy to be back playing.
Yes, he was.
I mean, he was tickled to death. And that is a huge run.
You got J.R. McBrayer at left tackle. You got Matthew Mullinax at center. Can you see? We got, who's that at right? Oh, that's Blake Garland at right tackle, Grayson Tilley at right guard, and Eddie Guerrero at left guard.
Balin got a lot of snaps at quarterback.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Which was
well,
good.
we should have gone down and scored right here, and you know, it would have made things a little bit easier, I think. Good job by Malik getting about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, a nice little tunnel screen to the right-hand side. They're going to call a personal foul against Rockmart, and they were really trying to rough Balin up on the previous play, and I'm thankful that the official called it on the next play, which when he threw the flag, because they were being extra mean.
Well, they did that a lot in the previous films, and I had warned the referees about that they were hitting the quarterback after he handed the ball off, and they did a good job watching it.
Didn't gain much anything there. In fact, we lost a little bit as Bryson Bushon carried the ball to the left-hand side.
We got a touchdown right here. If somehow, I don't know what happened.
I think he got excited,
He
Coach.
tripped over that white line, I guess.
Yeah, I think he saw that wide open end zone in front of him. He just leaned a little bit too much. Hey, I love the enthusiasm. He runs hard. We pull the ball, run it to the left-hand side, and Balin, good hard running, puts his shoulder down and gets it down inside the 5-yard line.
4th down. This is where I messed up. I should have told our ones to keep our stuff on, stay warm, because we should have kicked the field goal with our first group there, and I messed that up.
I was thinking you might have put the sumo set in and just pounded in for 6.
Yeah,
Of course,
done.
we're trying to get Alex a field goal too.
Yeah, that's what I should have done, but hindsight's 20/20.
There you go. It's always 20/20. And I'm going to say
Hey, this is our twos that are playing really, really good defense.
Yeah. You look at number 8, you look at number 47. Those are 2 nasty linebackers.
Yep, those are juniors, Noah Ferguson and Christian East. You got Easton Trotter in there, number 57 at the other linebacker.
There's Grayson Tilley making something happen.
I tell you, Grayson Tilley and J.R. McBrayer are 2 seniors that have played really, really well this year, and real pleased with their attitude and what they mean to the program.
Nice
Good
fair
job by
catch.
Ryan Randall. I really like Ryan's punt return ability.
He has no fear.
No.
He goes up, catches it between the crowd, keeps that ball from rolling. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets, deep in their territory. Balin puts one up, got behind the DB and just a little bit overthrown, and the wind may have carried that ball.
That was a great route by Malik. He ran a great route just like we teach him to, and just didn't connect.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 from their 32, and they're coming with the blitz. And when we ran wide, the blitz sometimes caught us. When we smacked it up in the middle, we seemed to have some holes, huh?
Yeah, we're not looking real good right here.
Nah, not quite as efficient.
Yeah. Probably should have punted the ball here, but, you know, I want to give kids a chance to compete.
It's another good snap. They come with a late blitz. They get us. They take over on downs.
At this point, I'm just trying to get the game over with, you know, trying to keep the ball. away from those guys. But I'm real pleased with the way our twos stopped them. You know, they did just as good as the ones.
At stopping the offense, they absolutely did. And there's an example of it right there, because this guy's going to play his ones the entire game.
Yeah, especially the two running backs. I mean,
Yeah.
they're seniors and they're 210 pounds, and he never took them out, which was really, I didn't understand it.
Nice tackle there by number 51, J.R. McBrayer, and number, was it 37? Ryan Randall?
37, yes, Ryan.
Our free safety.
I mean, I thought he had a chance to get his young kid some playoff experience here, and you know, he never took the guys out.
That's Noah Davenport, Tao in on the tackle. You know, Tao runs the ball hard and he plays aggressive. Is he like a stinger or a
Yes,
rover?
Tao's a really good player. He's going to be a great player next year for us.
I didn't see who came up with this fumble recovery. Was that JR?
It might be JR. I can't tell myself.
Yeah, it was over on the far side, and I couldn't see who came up with it. But anyway, we get a fumble recovery, and we give it back to Bryson Bushong. Good blocking by the second Robbie's Raiders. He just
Another good run by Bryson.
and he found a hole.
Good blocking up front. Now you
Yes.
got William Long at center. He and Matthew Mullinax. Matthew's been fighting injuries, so we got him some time, and got William some time.
Long, tall William.
Those two guys are going to be a big part of our O-line next year for sure.
Absolutely. Come with the blitz on the outside.
Oh, we had a touchdown there if we execute.
Yeah, there was a big hole. Big lane down the field. But give them credit. They came with a blitz
Yes.
and put pressure on Balin. There you go. Bryson Bushong up the middle. Good hole over left guard, Coach. 3 receivers up top, 1 to the bottom. We freeze them at the line of scrimmage, and you're starting to milk the play clock a little bit more here. They're showing their 3 down linemen. Now they go to 4 down linemen, and we'll be surprised if they don't blitz. Every now and then they drop 8. And here they come with a blitz from the outside.
This was a 4th down. We had a screen play called, and Bryson gets tripped over one of our offensive linemen's feet.
So once again, Rockmart takes over on downs. They're running double tights. Quarterback rolls to the right, flips it out here, and
Good play by Noah Ferguson and is that Dusty Baker?
yes. Yeah, I don't think the receiver really wanted to hang on to the ball. I think if you'd taken a poll of the players at halftime, they'd have gotten on the cheese wagon and gone back to Polk County.
Yeah.
Quarterback scrambles, rolls to the right-hand side, and a little bit underthrown. Good
Yeah,
coverage out there.
Yeah, that bounced off the turf there.
Yeah, it
Good
did.
call by our referees.
Yeah, the receiver thought he got his hands underneath it, but he was more of a shortstop than a receiver. Run a sweep to the right-hand side.
Nice job by Noah Ferguson and Christian East. Forcing them to punt the football. We're in a safe mood here.
Yeah, good snap. He's going to get off a 20-yard punt. Ryan Randall directing traffic. Most of his punts that hit the ground always went back towards the line of scrimmage. We take over at their 47-yard line. There's only 25 seconds left in the third quarter as Bryson Bushong carries it to the 45, and let's flip the field, and now we do have a running clock. I thought
Trying to
Balin,
throw another screen there, and Balin did a good job getting rid of it.
yeah, I thought he did a good job of dumping that. Balin rolls to the left-hand side. He just didn't have enough oomph on
Yeah.
throwing into the wind.
Yeah, it's 4th down. We decided to go for it. Probably should have punted, but I felt like we were punting in a 15, 20-mile-an-hour wind. It wasn't going very far anyway.
Exactly.
Ryan makes a great catch right here, but he's out of bounds.
Yeah. He did a good job of shielding the DB to
Yeah.
give himself a chance to catch it. They take over on downs. They're at their own 45-yard line.
Well, now we've sent our JV kids in, and of course, he's still got his starters in.
Wing to the left.
They go. Obviously, they're going to score a touchdown against our JV.
Well, they send big number 5 down the sideline, and he shows good speed against our number 40 and 50 players on the roster. So they get a touchdown. And yeah, similar extra point formation.
Yep. And obviously we hadn't worked our JV on how to line up to that. So
I thought they did a good
yeah,
job.
they did a pretty good job.
They followed the cluster. You know, they had all the wide guys covered. The extra point's good. It's 43-7. And as you can see, 9:40 left in the ball game. Biggest thing here right now is keeping everybody healthy.
Yes.
Getting to the next game. This guy runs up there like he's going to kick it right-footed, and then he uses his left toe. He's almost a head-on kicker.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was looking at a small Lou Groza. We pick it up, go to the right-hand side. Mr. Randall does, gets a nice block out there, keeps his feet, and gets it across the 30-yard line.
Good job by our kickoff return team, our JV kids.
1st and 10 at our 34. We got
Brett
Mr.
Potts in there here, quarterback, and does a good job on the quarterback run. And this was,
What did they tell you?
it's an inverted whistle. Somebody blew the whistle. One of the referees blew the whistle.
So that's why we do a redo.
Redo, replay.
So we go back over and we're going to redo it again. I had no idea that's what it was. And they're blitzing with their first string defense against our very young guys, and
This is where we've got no chance here. They're bringing 7, and we're just trying to get our kids some playing time here. And he's still got his starters and bringing the house.
well, I guess he's got a 36-point play in his scorebook, so in his playbook. So anyway, he's just bringing it on. So we go in reverse again, and fortunately the clock is still running, and my biggest fear is blow the whistles quick.
Yes. Well, we don't do a very good job blocking them either, I'm watching.
Well, yeah, I see that also, but you
And then
work on that
we
later.
run the wrong route here. We didn't get the signal, so we punt the ball and got our JV punt team in. And
I love it when Potts throws the ball 39, throwing it to 37. Love the numbers.
a little high snap right here, and Jonah tries to make something happen, but definitely not pretty.
No, they punch the ball out. They get a scoop and score, and that's going to be their 13th point with the 14th coming here. As you can see on the scoreboard clock, 5:40 left in the ball game. Yeah, JVs did a good job of covering this extra point formation, Coach.
Yes, they did.
Had everybody covered up. Snap's good, the ball's down, and they get their 14th point. And as we said, they're going to kick off to us with 5:40 left, and as soon as they put the toe to the leather, we'll get the clock running again. We're going to get another possession. We had 6 possessions in the second half, and 5 of them on downs.
Yeah.
We don't usually see that. All righty, here comes in kickoff. Look at him. There he goes. Now I'm getting a little bit used to his kickoff.
Gage Giddens,
Yes.
45 in there. He's going to be a really good player.
Did you see him bouncing off tacklers like a bowling ball down there bouncing
All
around?
right, we get our JV offense in there, and we're going to run a little wing T with them.
I noticed that. Brett goes up underneath center.
Run a buck sweep. We got a little package that we run with our JV in JV games with the buck sweep and
That was a good play.
wing T. So we got every gap covered when we do that. That's for sure.
They come with a blitz. We fumble the ball.
Yeah, I thought they were offsides there,
Same
but the
here.
referee didn't call it.
You know, when Brett Potts plays under center behind William, he can almost hide.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fun.
Yep.
All righty. We're running, as Coach said, our little wing T package here. Potts underneath the center behind William Long. We get it off. The guys did a good job running this wing
Yes,
T.
they did. Yes, they did. We only have about 3 plays out of it, but it gives JV defenses fits.
Yes, it does. It's giving this
Yep.
defense fits.
So it's 4th down. We try to freeze them and try to run a little trap. And we almost get it. We come up about a foot short.
Yeah. We're deep in our territory. As Coach said, he's trying to keep the clock running to get this game over with. A little push and just not enough.
Yeah.
What, about a football away from
Yeah.
getting it? Yeah. 1st and 10 for Rockmart. 2:09 left. They have it our 33.
Those senior backs are still in the game. Tell you what we do, we bring our 2 defense back in because I really didn't want them to score again.
I thought you did.
Yeah, and the 2s take care of business.
You'd had enough. And you know, with them playing their first string, They get the ball back with 2:09 left on the running clock, and then they're not hurrying to the line of scrimmage. So, whatever. Everybody makes their own decisions. I guess I'm not allowed to coach the other team, am I?
I could say something real bad,
all right.
Dave.
Okay. All right. They go to the left-hand side, and we got our number 2s are back in there, and we're shutting the door because, as you said, you're tired of seeing them put points on the board. And I was too. All righty, wing to the right. We're getting close to the last play of the game. They drop back, throw the ball into the end zone.
This is the last play with
Yes,
a pick by Malik.
Yeah,
Good coverage by Malik.
he ran a nice route, and he picked it off, catches it in the end zone, and that is our 3rd turnover of the game, plus 2 for the night. So we get a 43-14 victory, and congratulations.
Thanks, Dave. We're glad to get round 1 behind us, and now it's time to move on to round 2, and I guess we can talk about that when it gets here.
We're going to talk about that after we take a little break here. But first, we're healthy.
Yes, we are. We came out of the game with nothing major anyway. Our ones, they hadn't played very much the last few weeks, and they played a whole half last night. So, we shouldn't have any injuries, to be honest with you.
What's the first time the ones have played a half in a month?
Yep. So,
I mean, when you count the bye week.
but I thought they were really ready to go. So,
Yes.
that is sometimes concerning as a head coach, them not playing.
Yes.
But I think our kids matured enough to handle it.
I told some fans, I said, even if it's 42-0, and if Coach has an idea that we're not going to have a running clock, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the ones play on offense and defense a series or 2 in the 3rd quarter. Wish we'd have known.
Yeah, probably should have.
Sit back, relax. We're going to come back and we're going to look at the stingers, the plays of the game, and we're going to talk about the playoffs, our next round in the Sweet 16, our next opponent. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show. Welcome back to the Coach Hal Lamb Show. And Coach, we're going to take a look at the Stingers, and we had several to pick from. Absolutely dominating first half performance, and we're going to lead off with our first play of the game, which is going to be Cole Jackson's 47-yard touchdown run.
Well, we trade the tight end, which they have not seen us do.
No, they haven't.
And they never adjust, which we knew they weren't. And there comes a free safety blitz. We picked him up well. And there's Stout had a big block, and good job by Cole.
Yes, and Drew McIntyre with a big block on that right-hand side also. So the Robbie's Raiders cleared a big hole, and off to the races, Cole scores a touchdown. Our second play of the game is going to be to Thomas Lester. Or nope. We're going to do Austin Bennett scoop and score.
Scoop and score.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, bad snap. We separate the quarterback from and the ball, and Austin Bennett, bam, scoop and score.
Anytime the defense gets a score, they really get excited.
Oh, you think? Now we're going to go to Thomas Lester, 25-yard touchdown.
That's good protection, good throw, good catch.
Coach, he got into the route, just ran a perfect route, planted on that inside foot, and he was open forever. And then their last one, let's look at a young one making a defensive stop.
A little Malik on the last play of the game. Malik's going to be a really, really good football player. He's just a 10th grader and corner and wide receiver. He's a very, very good player.
He reads as well, just does a nice job, slows down, gets his body between the receiver and the ball and pulls it in on a cold night and ends the game with a pick.
Yeah, Malik, he works hard in practice, and, as we've said earlier,
Yes.
he's a high-character kid as well.
Real high character young man. All righty, Cedar Grove plays west side of Augusta on Saturday night in the first round of the playoffs. Cedar Grove is the number 2 team from Region 4. They are 8-2 on the season, and a lot of people that I talked to were anxious to play Peach County in the Elite 8 quarterfinals. Peach County got upset by Appling. This Cedar Grove team is good, Coach, and folks need to understand that, don't they?
Yes, they do. I didn't really know they were playing Saturday until Thursday when I talked to the coach at Cedar Grove, and so some of us are heading down there tonight to watch them, but I've talked to the coach from Blessed Trinity about them. He says they're for real, so I challenge our crowd to be there because it's going to be, they got about 6 or 7 D1 athletes on this team, and they're a very, very good football team, and we need to be ready to go. Glad we got them at home, and we need our crowd to be there and be loud.
it can't be as cold this coming Friday night as it was this past Friday night.
Well, I hope not. You know,
Yeah.
I looked at the weather yesterday. I know Tuesday's supposed to be very cold, but after that, I think it's supposed to warm up a little bit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit better. If the wind would just give us a break, it'd be okay. This Cedar Grove team, folks, has 3 D1 commitments on the defensive line.
Yes, 3 out of 4 have already committed to Division I. They have a wide receivers, got 7 D1 offers, and very, very athletic football team. And you know, and I'm not saying Westside Augusta can't beat them, because I talked to the coach from Westside as well, and he feels good about it. So I think Cedar Grove will win, but we're going down to see.
Yeah, Westside brings a pretty ordinary record into that game. They're 4-5-1 on the season, but you got to admire the coach. He's ready to go. We are 11-0 on the season and ready to go into the Sweet 16, waiting for the winner. As you said, we came out of the game healthy, and we're ready to roll on.
Yeah, you know, it's about surviving, and we survived round 1, and now we got to get to round 2. We can't look past round 2 at all, and I think our kids understand that. This is a very good football team coming in here if Cedar Grove wins, and they're big. You know, they're 300-pounders up front, so it'll be a war, and we need to be ready to go. But the biggest thing is we need our fans there and have a lot of support.
They didn't survive, folks. They dominated Rockmart, and we have a bunch of big guys along that front line: Jack DeFore, Truett Moss, Spencer Cross, Drew McIntyre, and Austin Stout. They have good size, and the nice thing about it is they're a little feisty with their attitude.
Yes, they are. We're excited about moving on, and it's going to be whoever we play, it'll be a opportunity to move to round 3, and we'll take it one step at a time.
You know where I am in attitude. Just bring them on. I don't care who it is. Let's line up and play, because I
like that
this
attitude, Dave.
I like this Yellow Jacket team. If you'd like to watch this show, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to watch it several times or watch you guys in their dominating play, you can watch the Boys of Fall anytime you want. Go to CalhounTDClub.com, tune it in, have a little party, and you can stay warm, because it was cold at the game, but it's warm inside the house. Coach, any final comments?
Nope, just we're going to have a good week of preparation, and hopefully we'll be ready to go next Friday.
You will be ready to go. We'll see you next Friday at the Reed. You've been watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show.